Welcome everyone to today's Empyrion Workshop Showcase. Join me as we take a look at the Grindstone Citadel. So today's design is the Grindstone Citadel, and it is an unlock level 20 size class 3 heavy base coming to us from creator XCaliber. Now lately XCaliber has been doing a lot of designs more for PvP, and he of course likes to send them to me. But this one caught my attention because it does have some very nice aesthetics as well as some very cool functionality that will work both for PvP and just for normal single player gameplay. Now to get into the base, there are two entrances. Of course you have the big hangar bay entrance, but first let's take a look at this side entrance. One interesting element here is that as you approach, the motion sensor will turn on not only a light, but will expand out a retractable sentry gun. However, the armored door opens up to a hallway filled with shutter doors. Now, the shutter doors are a bit slower to open than the armored doors, but they provide the same number of hit points. As you approach the hangar bay doors from the ramp, they will trigger opening up, revealing that there is a full set of 4 hangar bay doors here for protection. Moving inside, you will see that we have a very large spacious area, and just like the side door, entering into this area will turn on the lights and reveal a pulse laser turret and a sentry gun. So starting on the side over here next to the hangar bay doors, you see we have a medic station and 4 medical scanners. We also have an armor locker up on the wall above the medic station, and in the floor to the sides, we have an O2 station and a repair station. Moving to the left, we have our deconstructor, as well as 3 colored cargo boxes at the top, so you can use these for maybe sorting certain medical supplies if you want. And then in the floor below, we have our ammo boxes. On the corner, we have our 4 advanced constructors, which are conveniently labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, and each one has a pair of cargo boxes in the floor for use with them. Along the wall away from the hangar bay doors, we also have cargo boxes embedded up higher in the wall, going above 2 of the advanced constructors, as well as going above the access doors for our 2 furnaces. Here we have doors 1 and 2 for our 2 furnaces, as well as a cargo box for each one in the floor, and there is a switch for each one. Triggering one of these switches will activate the furnace itself, as well as a nice blinky light letting you know that it's active and working. Now, while the furnaces have switches for turning them on, as well as lights to let you know they're active, we don't have the same treatment for our advanced constructors and our deconstructor. We do, however, have a custom group switch for these called offline, and when you turn it on, it will turn on all of the advanced constructors, the deconstructor, and both furnaces, but not the lights for the furnaces. Continuing along this back wall side, we have our repair bay control console and a switch right above it which will turn on the repair bay module. Right next to the repair control console, we do have a door that shows it leads up to the power room, mess hall, and flight decks, but we also have a more decorative fridge as well as a food processor here. And then continuing on, we do have a cargo area, conveniently named cargo, where you can of course put additional cargo boxes if you want, or in my preference, put a cargo themed small vessel. Along this wall, we have 2 smaller cargo boxes up here, as well as the door for our side exit, some more cargo boxes stacked long ways along the wall, and then of course our cargo boxes in the other corner. You see we also have 2 fuel tanks down here, which gives you some storage for fuel here, but there is a more protected place for your fuel storage. Taking the elevator here, we go up to the power room, which really for me is like an auxiliary power room because it gives you so much protection with the very thick walls surrounding it. And along the back wall of this room, we do have space for 2 additional generators, meaning that you can place 2 more generators in here as a backup should you come under heavy fire and the main generators get destroyed. Coming to the top of the elevator, we enter into the grow plot room, where you see we have 6 groups of 9 grow plots. Each 3x3 grow plot section is designed to provide you room for producing a single ration. Coming around the corner here, we have a table for you to get your stamina back. We also have some cargo boxes on the wall for your things that do not require refrigeration. Then we have several decorative fridges mounted up on the wall, so you have a nice bit of refrigeration storage, but also looks good. And then here on the back of this middle wall section, we have 4 food processors, 2 on the floor, 2 mounted up on the wall. Next to the grow plots, there is a door leading out to a small vessel flight deck, and this is for a much smaller size SV. To the side of the elevator door we use to access this room, we have a hallway leading down. At the bottom of the stairs, we have another medic station. We also have 2 armor lockers, a repair station, and an O2 station. Coming past the doorway for the main flight deck, we have 4 more medical scanners, as well as 2 cargo boxes, and a nice view outside if you wish to have it. Taking the elevator here for the flight deck, we come up to another room section. Now this does have a retractable sentry gun, but you will need to enable it. It does not have a switch to automatically enable it when you come into this area. And then going up the stairs here, coming out onto the roof, we have access to a larger flight deck. We also have repair maintenance access for our turrets. And we also have 3 hangar bay doors that lead straight down into the main interior hangar bay and right on top of the repair bay module. Now this base does have some solar panels on the outside, however the amount of solar power produced is very minimal. Now the walls for this base are very thick. In most cases, it is at least 2 layers of solid armored concrete. That means you have plenty of protection when you're under fire, but more importantly, there are certain things tucked away inside the walls that you cannot see normally, such as your offline protection, and those items are also heavily protected by the armored concrete walls. Once again, this is the Grindstone Citadel, and it is an unlock level 20 size class 3 base. It comes with 13 fuel tanks for a total of 32,100 fuel, but also includes several solar panels. As I said already, the solar power is really not that much. Sitting here during the best time of day for solar power, I'm only making slightly more than 400 kilowatts. With nothing turned on running other than the absolute basics, I am using 912 kilowatts. So the solar power will not cover all of your power needs, but it will make enough of a dent that it does provide me 70 hours of usage without anything really running. However, turning on all weapons, turning on all of your production capabilities, but not producing anything, you see it's already dropped me down to 55 hours. Running at full production with everything producing, the deconstructor deconstructing, you have only about 5 hours of use in the end. So if you are doing a lot of production from this base, you will be burning through fuel pretty quickly. The Grindstone comes with a total of 7 oxygen tanks for 14,000 O2 capacity and only needs 2,811 to fill it up. There are 4 ventilators, 2 oxygen stations, and 2 medic stations, but no clone chambers. When it comes to attack and defense, the Grindstone comes with 8 sentry guns, 2 plasma turrets, 6 flak turrets, 5 cannon turrets, 1 minigun turret, 4 rocket turrets, 2 plasma turrets, and 1 artillery turret. So when it comes to single player usage, this is definitely overkill, but in terms of PvP, this gives you a good bit of firepower for defending yourself. The Grindstone also has 35 cargo boxes and 2 ammo boxes, along with 9 fridges, 5 food processors, and 4 advanced constructors. For building this base, the main resource you're going to need is the stone dust because of the armored concrete layers. You will of course also need a good bit of iron and sathium, though for a later game base this is not that bad. Now if you're wanting to hurry up and build this as soon as you hit unlock level 20, the problem you're going to run into is the 930 neodymium and the 607 zascosium and erestrum. If you like the design and want to use it for single player, I recommend modifying it by taking out some of the turrets that you do not need in a single player sense, and that will help cut down the cost a bit. Now the Grindstone is a very nice base in terms of the overall looks and functionality. It definitely gives you a lot of capability in a smaller size. I also appreciate how compact everything is in the main hangar bay area, so you do have plenty of access there. And of course, having the top side hangar bay doors be directly above the repair bay module makes it very easy to fly in your small vessel and get it repaired quickly. This landing area is also conveniently close to your cargo boxes for your advanced constructors, so if you are one that likes to use your small vessels to go out and break down points of interest and gather supplies, then you can easily drop it inside and unload everything before you park it back up top. But this design is also made to handle PvP combat. So right here I have 4 defensive towers firing full blast at the grindstone. But just for demonstration purposes, you can see how well this is holding up even with this amount of firepower aimed at it. The parts that are going to be knocked out quickly, of course, will be the hangar bay doors. So even though you have 4 at the front side and 3 on the top side, they will get knocked out very quickly. So once again, this is the Grindstone Citadel by creator XCaliber. And if you're interested in trying out the design, I will have a link in the description below. If you try it out and like it, be sure to leave him a thumbs up and a good comment on the workshop page. That is it for today's video. Be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.